What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to talk about the increase that will be coming this month. So that's the COLA increase. We'll be talking about that. And then I'm also going to talk about the railway strike because they are talking about that today. And so that's what we're going to have in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. We do daily videos here. So by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you'll get updated every day. Okay, so before we get started, I told you guys that I was going to plug a friend of mine's channel, and so I'm going to do that one more time here. Actually, it won't be one more time. I'm going to do it a few times, but I just want you to get a different perspective when it comes to talking about the same topic, okay? There's a lot of people out there that are talking about Social Security. There's people that are talking about a variety of different things, and this person who is a friend of mine is talking about the same thing that I'm talking about. So I want to share his channel with you. So please go over there, watch some of his videos, subscribe to his channel. Here's his channel right here, Mostly Money TV. And you see with the titles, we're talking about pretty much the same thing. But you'll get a different perspective. We don't think the same when it comes to some of these issues. So make sure you check his channel out. All right. So what I want to talk about is the railway strike. We'll talk about that first. So the House voted yesterday, and they passed two bills. Now, I thought it was interesting how this worked out because one bill is the original. Back in September, there was an agreement that was reached, and the deal was reached between some unions and the railroad companies. Okay, so it wasn't all the unions. I think 4 out of the 12 unions did not agree when it came to the paid sick leave on what they did in September. Okay, so one of the votes in the House was to just go with that September negotiation, that the plan that they had in September, just go with that. So they voted on that one. Then they also voted on another bill that would add 7 paid sick leave days. Okay, so this is interesting because they voted on 2 bills. The first bill was bipartisan. The second bill was not. You only had a couple of Republicans in the House that supported that paid sick leave, the 7 days of paid sick leave. And so now it's going to be interesting because we are moving to the Senate, which the Senate is always the hardest to pass things because they need 60 votes. So they need that bipartisan vote. If they can't get it, then it will mean that they won't be able to move forward with these bills. And so what they did in the Senate is they'll be voting on 3 bills. Okay, and here are the bills here. So the first bill will extend negotiations for another 60 days. Okay, so in essence, kicking the can down the road. We know politicians like to do that in Congress. They like to just kick things down the road. And so that's the first bill. The second bill would be adding the 7 days of paid sick leave. Okay. And then the last bill would be the agreement that they reached in September. Okay. Now, you're asking yourself, why does this matter? I did a video a couple of days ago where I talked about why this matters because we receive a lot of our products through the railway system. And so if the railway system were to go on strike, obviously that would affect all of us. There'd be a shortage of food, there'd be a shortage of everything, and prices of those products would go up. It would completely collapse our economy. And so it's important for us to move forward with this. Now, you do have some politicians out there saying, why are we voting on this? I saw a politician saying, why are we even getting involved in this? And it's interesting that a congressperson will be bringing this up, like, why are we getting involved and not know about the Railway Labor Act of 1926? Yes, it's 1926, so it was years back, but it still applies today, and that is to keep our transportation moving, okay? Keep commerce moving. And if we're in a situation where commerce stops, then of course it's going to affect everyone in this country. And so that's why Congress steps in order to put an end to a strike when it comes to situations like this. And it's not, I mean, you have some places where you just can't strike, right? Police officers, they can't strike. Firefighters, they can't strike. They're first responders. So they can do a blue flu and do kind of things that are not sanctioned by the union. But when it comes down to it, there are certain areas where people working in those areas, they just can't strike. And the railway system is one of them. If they threaten a strike, that's when Congress will get involved. So that's what we're going to be seeing. We'll see these votes today. And I'll be interested to see, since there are 3 different votes, which ones pass and which ones don't. Because the bill with the 7 paid sick days, will that pass? Will you get bipartisan support for that? I don't think you're asking too much for 7 days of paid sick leave. We're going to have to see what they do with this and what they vote on. And I mean, this means a lot, right? This is the average person, okay, working in the railway system, and they're asking for 7 paid sick days. It's unclear if they already have paid sick days. I've heard both sides. They do have paid sick leave already. They don't have paid sick leave. But nonetheless, we're talking about adding 7 days. I don't think that's too much to ask, and that's just my opinion. But it'll be interesting to see how these politicians move forward with that. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the increase, okay? So the COLA increase for 2023. It starts in December. I've been saying this for the last couple of months. As soon as we got information about the COLA increase, I told you guys, I was letting you guys know, December 30th, that is when the increase will reflect on your check. So people receiving SSI, people receiving SSI and Social Security will receive their first payment on December 30th, okay? Now, that December 30th payment, just to be clear, the December 30th payment is for January. They would have normally released it in January, but January 1st falls on a holiday. And so that's why they're doing it on December 30th. So you're not getting an extra check, but there will be 2 checks in December, but one of those checks is for January. So hopefully that clears that up, because I still have people that are asking me about that. Is this an extra check? Is there 2 checks? Because I posted a video talking about 2 checks in December. Yes, there's 2 checks in December, but there's no check in January for people on SSI and people on SSI and Social Security that receive their check on December 30th. And the easiest way to look at it is if you receive a check on December 30th, that is for January. Okay, just look at it that way. So no matter what situation you're in, if you see a check on December 30th, just know what it's for. Okay, so hopefully that clears it up, but anticipate those checks coming out December 30th. Now, I did have some people in the comments that were asking me or telling me that they will be receiving a check on December 1st or December 3rd. Is that check going to show the increase? It should not show the increase because the increase is for 2023. Okay, so because the increase is for 2023, it should reflect in either January when you receive your normal check or December 30th when people on SSI will receive their check. So hopefully this clears that up. So people on December 1st, actually today's December 1st, so you guys can let us know, did it show an increase? It shouldn't show an increase. It should be the same. I've had some people in the comments tell me, yeah, it was the same and it didn't increase. There's some people telling me that I'm lying because it didn't show an increase in December, when if you watch my video, and please watch my videos, if you watch my video, you're going to see that I say December 30th. I've done a few videos about this, but I think the problem is there are people that don't watch my videos. They look at my thumbnail and they go straight to the comments and say, when is the check coming? Or the check didn't come, or you lied, but they didn't watch the video, so they don't even know what I'm talking about. When I say the increase is coming in December, they're thinking, okay, it's going to be the December 1st check. No, you need to watch the video to find out. Okay, and that's the way you show support. If you see something, find out more information about it. Don't just go to the thumbnail and then go straight down to the comments and ask me a question when that question is answered in the video. So hopefully it's all cleared up. You guys understand what I'm saying. December 30th, that's when the first check will go out. We'll continue to follow this whole story. You will receive a letter this month if you haven't already received it, and it will just let you know more information. Some people also told me they received a letter, and that letter said that starting in December, you'll receive the COLA increase. And what they're saying is, starting in December, but December 30th. Okay, so technically it's December because it's December 30th. That's when you'll see that increase. Okay, so if you guys have any other questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.